dára fún wa. Ayé wa o, á dára fún wa. Ayé wa o, á dára fún wa. Ìgbàgbọ́ máa fi bá lọ́rùn lè títí wọ́n fi tẹ̀lé òkú lọ́wọ́ Olúwa ṣẹ́mi ní tirẹ̀. Ẹ bá mi ká lẹ́yìn. Ale, ale, aleluya baba. 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 Ale, ale, aleluya baba.
Abiyamọ lábẹ́ àṣà.
Ale, ale, aleluya baba.
Ọ̀nàmọ́ ní sẹ́pà yẹn kí.
Ale, ale, aleluya baba.
Ṣé kí bàbá wa ní.
Ale, ale, aleluya.
Bàbá mi ká lóyún.
Ale, ale, aleluya baba. Ìgbàgbọ́ máa fi bá lọ́rùn ní títí wọ́n fi délé ògo lọ́wọ́ Olúwa ṣẹ́mi ní tirẹ̀.
Bamba ni baba. Dàpọ̀ tẹ́tí wọ́n sọ́mi. Ọkọ̀ bí ń pẹ́rẹ́ ní tèmi àtàtà tí wà ní. The managing director tọ́jú industrial company. Tẹ́jú oṣù ọkọ̀ mọ́yọ́. Ọkọ̀ mọ́yọ́.
Tẹ́jú oṣù ọkọ̀ mọ́yọ́.
Ààrẹ ni tó ṣiṣẹ́ tí yóò
Ọdún tó kù. Ààrẹ ni tó ṣiṣẹ́ tí yóò tóṣù tó sálọ. Ààrẹ ni tó ṣiṣẹ́ tí yóò bọ́sẹ̀ méjì. Tiwa burúkú jù sẹ́wọ̀n kíákíá.
tẹ́jú oṣù.
Ìwọ ṣiṣẹ́ olówó lọ́wọ́. Ìwọ ṣiṣẹ́ òde kó tó ga. Ìwọ ṣiṣẹ́ òdòlọ́lá òdòlówó yege. Tẹ́jú oṣù ọkọ̀ mọ́yọ́.
Ọmọ bí sọ́yẹ́ ní àtàtà, ọmọ ìyá alájẹ nílùú Ẹ̀gbá, bàbá ni bàbá, the managing director, tẹ́jú industrial clinic, tiwantiwa. Ọkọ̀ Bímpé ló ní tẹ̀mí ọba bára. Bímpé, talọ̀pẹ̀rí, talọ̀pẹ̀rí,
Talọ̀pẹ̀rí Bímpé mi.
talọ̀pẹ̀rí, talọ̀pẹ̀rí.
Talọ̀pẹ̀rí Bímpé mi. Tabadọ́là akọ̀là títí ayé. bá dọ́là akọ̀là títí ayé.
ẹlọgbà wípé
àti kékeré lẹ́sìn tí ju màálù lọ ẹyẹ pẹ̀lú ọmọ.
24 is the best for comfort sleep.
24 is the best for comfort sleep. 24 is the best for comfort sleep.
For durability, by 24.
24 is the best for comfort sleep.
24 is the best for comfort sleep.
24 is the best for comfort sleep. Dábọ̀dájú oṣó ọkọ bí pé o.
Èjì wọ́n mú èjì.
Dábọ̀dájú oṣó ọkọ bí pé o. Dábọ̀dájú oṣó ọkọ bí pé o.
Ẹ̀dùn omi tìmùtìmù ara tí kò mọ lọ́rùn dára.
Dábọ̀dájú oṣó ọkọ bí pé o. Dábọ̀dájú oṣó ọkọ bí pé o.
Ìgbẹ́lẹ̀ ní tiẹ̀ nígbẹ́dẹ́ ń kẹ́.
Dábọ̀dájú oṣó ọkọ bí pé o.
Dábọ̀dájú oṣó ọkọ bí pé máa ní.
Dábọ̀dájú oṣó ọkọ bí pé o. Dábọ̀dájú oṣó ọkọ bí pé o. Dábọ̀dájú oṣó ọkọ bí pé o.
Dájú oṣó ọkọ bí pé máa ní.
Dábọ̀dájú oṣó ọkọ bí pé o. Dábọ̀dájú oṣó ọkọ bí pé o.
Facebook.com/Radio Nigeria Network. Announcing News on 4. The First Lady, Senator Moniya Tinubu, has officially launched the Flow with Confidence initiative in Gombe State under a renewed hope initiative aimed at empowering schoolgirls by promoting menstrual hygiene, dignity, and education. The United Nations Special Envoy for Road Safety, Mr. Jean Dot, has called for collective efforts to end the loss of more than 1.2 million lives annually to road accidents worldwide. Mr. Dot made the call when he paid a visit to the Federal Road Safety Corps FRSC headquarters in Abuja. He emphasized the urgent need to entrench the safe system approach, which prioritizes education, strict enforcement of traffic laws, and effective post-crash care, stressing that non-adherence to traffic regulations may remain a major contributor to avoidable deaths and injuries. Mr. John Dott commended the Corps Marshal of FRSC Malam Shehu Mohammed's proactive participation in global road safety engagements, describing Nigeria's role as a positive step towards the realization of the United Nations Decade of Action for Road Safety. The FRSC Corps Marshal Malam Shehu Mohammed assured that the Corps remained resolute in driving Nigeria's road safety agenda in line with global standards, while intensifying collaboration with both local and international partners to achieve safer roads for all. Local government workers in Osun State have been urged to resume official activities in the councils across the state on Monday, the 6th of October 2025. The state coordinator of the Association of Concerned Groups under Nigerian Union of Local Government Employees, NALGE, Mr. Adedayo Adekunle, made the call at a news conference held in Osogbo. Mr. Adekunle, who said the call became imperative to avoid degradation or job losses, described as uncivilized for a union leader to unilaterally call for a strike, which has been on for over 7 months with the excuse of insecurity. While maintaining that workers are tired of staying at home, the coordinator of the concerned group stressed that a legal tussle between the two stakeholders should not deter them from performing their primary assignment. Mr. Adekunle explained that the group is a political and called on all security apparatus to be on the alert at the council secretariats. He added that concerned workers will be working with the chairman and councillors under the All Progressives Congress in the state. Meanwhile, the state market president, Dr. Kendi Ogubangbi, in a statement signed by the State Publicity Secretary, Mr. David Owoye, said the union has not directed its members to resume work. Mr. Ogubangbi maintained that the union will continue to defend the interest of its members.
Radio Nigeria, uplifting the people and uniting the nation.
This is not to inform the general public. Say federal government will carry out mass vaccination to protect the children across the country from deadly disease in them. Measles are rubella vaccine for children 9 months to 14 years. Bikini vaccine for children when they 0 to 23 months. Polio vaccine for children when they 0 to 59 months. HPV for those when they 9 years plus protection from malaria and neglected tropical disease them when they call NTD. Phase 1 will start October for northern state and Oyo. Phase 2 will start January to February 2026 for the southern states. After the campaign, vaccination will continue for all we health facilities. Vaccination they say for the work and the government don't pay for them. Now wait. Visit the health facility or vaccination center when you pass. Now leave any child behind you. The National Public Health Development Agency with the partners bring on this message.
Radio Nigeria, uplifting the people and uniting the nation.
Thanks for staying with us. As we reported earlier, the First Lady, Senator Moniya Tinubu, has officially launched the Flame with Confidence initiative in Gombe State under the Renewed Hope initiative aimed at empowering schoolgirls by promoting menstrual hygiene, dignity and education. Senator Moniya Tinubu said the initiative, which had been launched in several states, will see 370,000 schoolgirls across Nigeria receive 1 year supply of disposable sanitary pads. Hudu Shehu now reports.
Nigeria's First Lady Senator Moniya Tinubu has officially launched the Flow with Confidence initiative in Gombe State under the Renewed Hope initiative aimed at empowering schoolgirls by promoting menstrual hygiene, dignity and education. Mrs. Moniya Tinubu said the initiative, which has already been launched in several states, would see 370,000 schoolgirls across Nigeria receiving 1 year supply of disposable sanitary pads. According to the First Lady, each state and the Federal Capital Territory will receive 10,000 pads through the offices of the First Ladies. She noted that the Renewed Hope initiative has committed over 2.5 billion naira to the procurement and national distribution of sanitary products.
In today's modern world, no girl should have to leave school because of our inability to afford sanitary products. It is unacceptable that our girls still continue to face significant challenge during their menstrual cycle, especially those in rural communities.
First Lady called on local government chairmen across the country to take ownership of the program and ensure the supplies reach the most deserving girls in rural communities, stressing that the pad must not be sold under any circumstances. The Minister of Education, Dr. Tunji Alausa, observed that although administration is a normal biological process, it remains a source of shame and exclusion for millions of schoolgirls across Nigeria, many of whom miss school due to lack of access to sanitary products. He also announced that menstrual health education is being integrated into the basic and secondary school curriculum, particularly in health science subjects.
The Ministry of Education, through its school health program and in partnership with other ministries and stakeholders, is integrating menstrual education into the basic and secondary school curriculum, especially in health sciences and life skills subjects.
The wife of the State government, Hajiya Asma Wihaya, thanked the First Lady for working tirelessly to address issues affecting girls and women. She stressed that menstruation and menstrual hygiene were a critical issue that must be tackled urgently, particularly in light of the challenges faced by adolescent girls. She reiterated that the Gombe State government remains committed to supporting the First Lady's programs and efforts to uplift girls and women across the country. In Gombe, Pinhudu Shehu.
The contractor handling the rehabilitation of failed portions of the Abuja-Kefi Expressway has been directed to undertake work on the road at night to speed up its completion. The Minister of State for Works, Alhaji Bello Goronyo, who stated this while monitoring progress of the work, said the rehabilitation should be done in a manner that does not affect the flow of traffic along the road. Ikemini Ubang has details.
Minister of State for Works, Alhaji Bello Goronyo, described the Abuja-Kefi Way as an important arterial road as many civil servants commute the highway every day. Alhaji Goronyo directed the construction company, Chinese Engineering Harbour Company, to fully mobilize to site along the Abuja-bound axis of the road and ensure that the rehabilitation work is completed on time. According to him, the contractor had been fully mobilized. He charged the contractors to surmount all challenges delaying work on 3 kilometers along the Abuja axis of the road.
This trouble area realized that there are a lot of water that is flooding this area. So a lot of people coming from the Kefi Nyanya axis are experiencing a lot of problems to cross to Abuja city. We understood this balance and we directed immediately the contractor that is handling this project.
Mr. Dong Hong Tie of the Chinese Engineering Harbour Company promised that the rehabilitation work will be completed on time.
We have the confidence to use night time to finish this work on time. You can see it. This is yesterday night we completed. Today we will start the welding course on right side from Abuja to Kefi.
Federal Controller of Works for the FCT, Mr. Yakub Usman, told the minister that work had commenced on the failed portions of the Abuja axis of the road to make it motorable. In Abuja, Ekimini Ubong for Radio Nigeria.
Zamfara State Governor Dr. Dauda Lawal has inaugurated 50 brand new 18-seater luxury buses to boost mass transit services in the state. Speaking at the ceremony in Gusau, the state capital, Governor Lawal described the move as a new chapter in Zamfara's transport history. Aminu El-Hatuna reports.
Governor Dauda Lawal said the buses were procured to ease the movement of residents and any years of waste and mismanagement in the transport sector in the state. He explained that staff of the transport company, including drivers, mechanics, and ticket officers, had undergone intensive training on technical skills and ethics.
These are modern air-conditioned vehicles designed for comfort and safety, equipped with cushioned interiors, fitted with seat belts, equipped with reliable suspension for our roads, and supported with GPS tracking devices that allow real-time monitoring of their location as well as their performance.
According to Governor Lawal, technology will be deployed to track the movement of the buses, monitor their routes, and ensure staff accountability. He pledged to expand the fleet, rehabilitate buses terminals. The Commissioner for Works and Infrastructure, Lawal Barrow Bungudu, assured that more buses will be added next year to improve accessibility.
By next year, inshallah, the number will multiply. So thank you very much, Your Excellency, for this wonderful and tremendous achievement recorded.
The chairman of the governor's second year's anniversary committee, Mukhtar Mugda, said the buses will commence operation immediately, described the development as dividend of democracy.
In other words, from today, inshallah, the people of Zamfara will start to enjoy the dividends of democracy. In this regard, courtesy of His Excellency. Indeed, history will remember this effort making
Managing Director of the State Mass Transit Authority, Ukashatu Abdullahi, commended Governor Lawal for his commitment to revamping the transport sector. In Gusau, Amin Dalhatu, Radio Nigeria.
The Nigerian Gallery of Art, NGA, has marked Nigeria's 65th independence anniversary with a captivating art exhibition entitled Canvas of Identity, Resilience and Renewed Hope, showcasing the nation's cultural vibrancy and enduring spirit through paintings and sculptures. The exhibition, which opened in Abuja, features 26 artworks, including 21 paintings and 5 sculptures, created by 21 artists across Nigeria's diverse social, cultural, and geographical backgrounds. Celebrated veterans like Bruce Onabrakbeya and Kale Oshino were featured alongside younger emerging artists, offering visitors a blend of heritage and innovation. Speaking at the event, Director General of the NGA, Ahmed Sabengi, described the exhibition as both a celebration of Nigeria's past and a projection into its future.
The Independence exhibition has always been a flagship program of the National Gallery. It's been happening for a very long time. So this year, just like you see the theme, it's a canvas of identity, resilience, and renewed hope. This tells the story about the current state of Nigeria, how we are resilient as a people.
The curator of the exhibition, Dr. Mufu Onifade, highlighted the deliberate effort to select works from the national collection that rarely go on display, noting that each piece reflects the highest quality of Nigerian artistic expression. Consular Officer of the Norwegian Embassy in Nigeria, Ms. Sol Vej, lauded the richness and diversity of Nigerian art, describing it as world-class. Among the guests at the exhibition was the Director General of the Federal Radio Corporation of Nigeria, FRCN, Dr. Muhammad Bulama. Next is the spotlight, which is on Governor Mufti's pragmatic vision for a secure and prosperous Plateau State. It is written by Gary Berry, Director of Press and Public Affairs to the Executive Governor.
The quest for peace and security has long defined Plateau State's political, social and economic journey to becoming the pride of the nation. From recurring waves of violent attacks to mass displacements, the state has endured trials that tested its resilience. At the heart of healing the moral injuries and transforming pains into peace, purpose and possibilities is Governor Caleb Madison Mutfwang's security-focused leadership, emerging as both courageous and pragmatic, bringing renewed hope to the people. From the moment he assumed office in May 2023, the governor declared in his inaugural address that the protection of lives and property was this administration's foremost priority. Governor Mutfwang's efforts have not happened in isolation. Security chiefs, during visits to the state, acknowledged the critical role played by His Excellency, President and Commander-in-Chief Bola Ahmed Tinubu, whose directives reinforced federal commitment to Plateau's safety. The President's wife, Senator Oluremi Tinubu, has also shown extraordinary compassion. Through a Renewed Hope initiative, she has visited the state twice, making huge donations that brought relief to women and children in internally displaced persons camps, offering them not only aid but a sense of national solidarity. As the governor, who inherited a state wallowing in turmoil, his hometown of Mangu and Riyom, the home of the deputy governor, were among the earliest targets of brutal attacks shortly before their swearing in. Yet, instead of trading blames, the governor rushed to IDP camps in Barkanladi, Bokos, Riyom, and Mangu, rekindling hope among traumatized families who had languished in camps for decades. Importantly, he redefined the narrative of Plateau's insecurity, calling it what it is: a coordinated genocide against defenseless rural communities. His forthrightness shifted national attention and won the respect of security experts and lovers of peace. Governor Mutfwang personally lobbied national security institutions in Abuja, meeting with military service chiefs, the Inspector General of Police, DSS, Immigration, Customs, Civil Defense, Correctional Service, and NEMA, culminating in a briefing to President Tinubu himself. The result was unprecedented because for the first time in years, top security chiefs visited Plateau, deployed additional personnel, and averted looming disasters. This also birthed new mobile police force squadrons in Bakinladi, Bassa, and Jos South, with Mopol 81 in Kwal emerging as one of the best equipped in the country. At the state level, the revival of Operation Rainbow has become a cornerstone of local response. 600 carefully selected youths have been recruited, trained, and deployed, with their intelligence gathering efforts foiling planned attacks. Plans to enlist another 1,400 across the 17 local government areas have reached advanced stage to provide security intelligence for swift and coordinated response by conventional security. Furthermore, Governor Mutfwang has launched cutting-edge initiatives to match modern threats, deployment of drones to monitor volatile terrains and provide surveillance in hard-to-reach areas, lighting of Bukuru and Jos metropolis with solar power, ensuring the criminals no longer exploit innocent people under the cover of darkness. In addition, the administration procured new Hilux vans, motorcycles, and operational gear while refurbishing abandoned vehicles to boost mobility of security personnel. Local governments also supported with 17 brand new patrol vehicles for Operation Rainbow. Security for Governor Mutfwang is not just about deploying forces, it is about restoring dignity. In 2024, he inaugurated a resettlement committee to chart the safe return of IDPs to their ancestral homes, followed in 2025 by a fact-finding committee tasked with identifying destroyed communities, tracing attack routes, unmasking perpetrators, and recommending holistic interventions. Equally vital is dialogue. The State Interreligious Advisory Committee continues to bridge divides, ensuring that old grievances do not spark new violence. Governor Mutfwang's vision is that Plateau State must never again be defined by insecurity. With support from President Tinubu's administration, interventions by Senator Oluwemi Tinubu, the collaboration of security institutions, and homegrown initiatives rooted in community trust and technology, a new sense of hope is rising. The road remains steep, but under Mutfwang's watch, Plateau is steadily reclaiming its rightful place as a land of peace, resilience, and prosperity.
Spotlight on Governor Mutfwang's pragmatic vision for a secure and prosperous Plateau State was written by Gang Berry and read by Miriam Okizonjo.
Radio Nigeria, uplifting the people and uniting the nation.
On October 1st, 1960, the green-white-green flag of freedom was hoisted high and the chains of colonial rule were broken. Since then, our nation of over 226 million resilient people, blessed with more than 250 ethnic groups and immense natural wealth, has journeyed through trials, triumphs, and transformations. But as we celebrate, we must ask ourselves, what lessons have we truly learned from our past? What vision do we hold for the next generation? And how committed are we as citizens to building the Nigeria of our dreams? on Radio Link, a Radio Nigeria audience participatory program. This Saturday, we will focus on the topic Nigeria at 65, celebrating our past, building our tomorrow. Our guest shall be Professor Gabriel Oketomoti, a professor of public sector management and governance, Yakubu Gowon University, Abuja, and Mr. Jide Ojo, a public affairs analyst. You can be part of the program by dialing 0915 091 0483 and 0808 281 4453. You could also send us emails on frcandcurrentaffairs@yahoo.com. Radio Link takes the air every Saturday on the network service of Radio Nigeria from 8 to 10 o'clock in the morning. Join us.
Radio Nigeria, uplifting the people and uniting the nation.
Thanks for staying with us on the news. On the foreign scene, Sarah Malala has been named the new Archbishop of Canterbury, becoming the first woman to lead the Church of England, which can trace its origins to the Roman Empire and global Anglican community. Her nomination by a committee tasked with finding a successor to Justin Welby, who stepped down earlier this year over an abuse scandal, has been approved by King Charles III. Malala, 63, becomes the Church's 106th Archbishop of Canterbury, the first having been appointed in the late 6th century. Next is sports.
The Flying Eagles of Nigeria reignited their FIFA Under-20 World Cup campaign with a dramatic 3-2 victory over Saudi Arabia in a high-octane Group F encounter at the Estadio Fiscal on Friday morning. A stoppage-time penalty from Captain Daniel Bamei proved decisive in a pulsating match that saw the Flying Eagles surrender the lead twice before netting the win from the penalty spot in one of the tournament's most entertaining contests so far. Still reeling from an opening day defeat, Nigeria came into the match needing a response. Forward Nasiru Saliu capitalized on a defensive error to slot him inside 10 minutes. While the enemy lead and injected life into their tournament hopes, Saudi Arabia responded in style, with Amar Ali Yahoudi producing a moment of magic in the 21st minute to make it 1-1 by lifting a delicate chip over Nigerian goalkeeper Ebenezer Harcourt. The win means the Flying Eagles are now third on the log with 3 points, while Colombia and Norway are both on 4 points after their goalless draw this morning. A very happy Flying Eagles head coach Aliou Zubairu praised his boys for never giving up, noting that was the spirit the team needs to carry forward in the tournament. The Flying Eagles will look to carry this fighting spirit into their final group match against Colombia. Nigeria's men's cricket team, the Yellow Greens, delivered a commanding all-round performance to claim victory over Botswana in their latest ICC Men's T20 World Cup African qualifier encounter. After winning the toss and electing to bat, Nigeria posted a competitive total of 166 over 8 in 20 overs. Despite early wicket, Sesame Adedeji anchored the innings with a composed 41 off 43 ball, while Vincent Adeoye provided later fireworks with a blistering 42 of 18 balls, including 4 fours and 3 6. Prosper Osei, 21 off 11 balls, and Isaac Okpe, 11 off 7 balls, added valuable contributions to boost Nigeria's total. In response, Nigeria's bowler maintained tight control throughout the ends. Skipper Sylvester Okpe led with 2 wickets for 19 runs, while Joshua Asia was outstanding with the 4 economical rovers for just 11 runs, applying consistent pressure and earning the Player of the Match award. With this result, Nigeria will now play Uganda in the 5th place playoff on October 4th as they look to finish their campaign on a strong note. And that's sports update. I am Ibrahim Abdullahi.
At this time, we have a special feature, which is on the historic visit of President Bola Tinubu to Abia State. It is written by Prince Oke Kanu, Commissioner for Information, Abia State.
History is about to be made in Aba, the Enyimba City. Today, the 3rd of this month, all roads will lead to the official commissioning of the long-awaited Port Harcourt Road, Aba, a 6.7-kilometer 6-lane masterpiece reconstructed by the administration of Governor Alex Chioma Oti, OFR. This landmark commissioning will be performed by the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, His Excellency Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR. For decades, Port Harcourt Road was the pride of Aba, originally constructed during the era of the visionary leader, Chief Sam Bakwi. It once served as a major hub for heavy-duty vehicle services, spare parts dealers, generator markets, and thriving businesses. Sadly, Years of neglect and poor maintenance by successive governments turned this once bubbling economic corridor into a nightmare. The road collapsed, businesses shut down, schools like Umawai Secondary School, National High School, and Ahabian girls relocated, while property values in the area nose-dived. Churches lost members, and corporate headquarters fled the vicinity. What was once Aba's economic heartbeat became a tale of decay. Potholes, waste, overgrown vegetation, and ditches. But today, under Governor Alex Otti, that story has changed. Even before his inauguration on April 27, 2023, Governor Otti personally led Julius Berger PLC on an inspection of the road. True to his promise at inauguration, he flagged off the reconstruction with one of Africa's most reputable civil engineering firms. Governor Otti described the project as a fulfillment of the biblical passage in Isaiah 61 verse 4, rebuilding the ancient ruins and restoring the devastated places. And indeed, the jinx of Port Harcourt Road has been broken. Side by side with Port Harcourt Road, another strategic artery, Ohanko Road, will also be commissioned. Like Port Harcourt Road, Ohanko suffered years of neglect, flooding and collapse, frustrating residents and business operators. Today, under Otti's leadership, it has been fully rebuilt to reconnect communities, restore commerce, and uplift Aba's infrastructural outlook. But that's not all. Other roads set for commissioning tomorrow include Ndoki Road, Ajiwe Street, Nwapako Street, Chief Nkor Street and its spurs, as well as Gabriel Nwosu Street. The benefits of these roads are far-reaching. Revival of economic activities, job creation, increased property values, business growth, poverty reduction, and the full restoration of Aba's commercial heartbeat. The benefits of these roads are far-reaching. Revival of economic activities, job creation, increased property values, business growth, poverty reduction, and the full restoration of Aba's commercial heartbeat. For residents, traders, schools, and churches, this is more than a road. It is a symbol of hope and renewal. And it doesn't end there. The Abia State Ministry of Works under this administration has already recorded massive achievements. 19 roads completed by contractors covering nearly 80 kilometers. 28 roads ongoing under contract stretching over 269 kilometers. 281 roads completed by direct labor covering more than 450 kilometers and 47 ongoing direct labor road projects. In total, 33 roads have been commissioned so far, and now comes the jewel in the crown, the Port Harcourt Road, Aba. So, as residents of Aba and Abia State prepare to welcome Mr. President for this historic commissioning, one thing is clear. Governor Alex Otti has not only kept his word, he has rewritten the story of Aba. Port Harcourt Road is back, stronger and better. This is a testament to vision and political will.
That special feature of the historic visit of President Bola Tinubu to Abia State was written by Prince O.K. Kano and read by Jeremiah June. For weather updates, some states in the central and southern regions are witnessing isolated thunderstorms with moderate rains at temperatures ranging from 27 to 31 degrees Celsius. To end the news, here's a recap of the main points. Nigeria's First Lady, Senator Moniya Tinubu, has launched the Flow with Confidence initiative in Gombe State. The contractor handling the rehabilitation of the Abuja-Kefi Expressway has been directed to undertake work on the road at night. Zamfara State Governor Dr. Dauda Lawal has inaugurated 50 brand new 18-seater luxury buses. And we also reported that Sarah Malali has been named the new Archbishop of Canterbury, making her the first female to take the position. And that's the news, edited by Emmanuel Kutara and the production team. I'm Omayoni Daniel. Thanks for listening. Still on the
ṣàlàròyé. Òkè ní òkè láwà. Amúlùdùn FM Moniya láwà. Ẹjú ọ̀nà òkè ní òkè láwà.
Gbogbo ayé ẹgbẹ́ rédíò. Gbogbo ayé ẹgbẹ́ rédíò. Kò sóde tí kì í sàn. Gbogbo ayé ẹgbẹ́ rédíò.
Amuludun FM 99.1 ni gbogbo ayé ń gbọ́, ẹ̀yin náà máa gbọ́.
kọ́lé sórí àpáta. Ilé ìyanrìn abáyanrìn lọ. Kọ́lé sórí àpáta. Kọ́lé sórí àpáta. Kọ́lé sórí àpáta. Ilé ìyanrìn abáyanrìn lọ. Kọ́lé sórí àpáta.
Solid foundation.
Kọ́lé sórí àpáta.
Ẹ̀ka kọ́lé.
Kọ́lé sórí àpáta. Ilé ìyanrìn abáyanrìn lọ. Kọ́lé sórí àpáta.
Iṣẹ́ tá a bá ṣe lónìí.
Kọ́lé sórí àpáta.
Lọ́rọ̀ bọ̀dà náà.
Kọ́lé sórí àpáta. Ilé ìyanrìn abáyanrìn lọ. Kọ́lé sórí àpáta.
láwù máa fún sí lọ́dọ̀ ọlọ́run. ire ni mo yọ ire. láwù máa fún sí lọ́dọ̀ ọlọ́run. ire ni mo yọ ire. kí tó ṣàdúrà èmi kírun. ire ni mo yọ ire. ìrẹ̀nà fìlà mo ṣe ìbádà. ire ni mo yọ ire. wákàtí márùn-ún kò bọ́ lọ́hùn. ire ni mo yọ ire. Rabbana atina fid dunya hasanatan wa fil akhirati hasanatan wa qina azaban nar.